talking to both of them, how fired up they were. So
welcome to another bonus edition of Upon Further Review. And in this edition, we talked about the Tennessee Titans at the Philadelphia Eagles. And you can catch this Week 12 matchup on November 23rd at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And that'll be aired on CBS. So right here on Upon Further Review, we just started a new format where we're doing Madden gameplay along with the show to give you something to look at while I'm doing the Upon Further Review. And I'll be multitasking. I'm actually going to be playing the game as the team that I'm picking and seeing if I can make the outcome the same as what I predict. So in this game, I'm picking the Philadelphia Eagles, and I'll be playing against the Tennessee Titans. And coming into this game, the Eagles are 7-3 on the season, and the Titans are 2-8. So definitely the Eagles have the advantage. Definitely not a long shot to pick Philly by any stretch of the imagination. But going into this game, as I said, the Titans 2-8. They started off with a victory in Week 1. Things were looking promising when they won in Arrowhead against the Chiefs, but then they went on a 4-game losing streak. As they lost against the Cowboys at home. They went on the road and lost against the Bengals and the Colts, and they said on the road. Let's get this tackle there. And then in Week 5, they ended up hosting the Browns, and they lost that game. But in Week 6, they bounced back as Jacksonville came into Tennessee, and they beat the Jaguars by just 2 points in a tight game. But then they went on another 4-game losing streak, just as they had done prior to that victory. And they went to Washington, lost to the Redskins by 2 points, and then the Texans came in and they lost to them. Then they went to Baltimore, lost, and then the Steelers came in Week 11. They almost beat the Steelers in that tight game on Monday Night Football. And that was a close one. The Steelers just won it by 3 points. And so now they got to go to Philadelphia. And the Eagles started off 3-0. They were early on everybody's favorite after the month of September. They did in the final game of September lose to the Niners in San Francisco. But before that, they were 3-0, like I said, and then they won the next 2 games, so they were 5-1 at that point. So let's go backwards for a second. They won against the Jaguars in Week 1 at home. They went to Indianapolis and beat the Colts. Then they ended up hosting the Redskins. They won that game. And then they went to the Niners, as I said. Then they hosted the Rams and the Giants, and they won those games going into their bye week, as I said, at 5-1. That was a big sack there a moment ago. That was pretty sweet. Just had to acknowledge that for a second. It's the whole multitasking thing, playing the game, doing the show. Hey, I got the sack. So, I mean, I definitely can kind of do both at once. Come on, yes! Another sack! Look at this. Philadelphia, baby. Philadelphia freedom. Boom. Right there, we get the black jerseys. The defense of Philadelphia. Just sacking Metzenberger, taking him down. And this, the roster was actually made by ELiAS 1289. That's capital E, capital L, lowercase I, capital A, capital S, ELiAS. Not exactly sure the pronunciation of it. I hope I'm saying it right. I gotta be saying it right at some point if I say it enough different ways, right? But he did a great job with the roster. I'm gonna put his gamer tag in the description if you want to go download that in the community creations for Madden. He said he did an excellent job. He made all the rookies and everything. It's like incredible the job he did. He's really a cool guy. And so I was saying the Eagles 5-1 going into the bye week. Then in Week 8 they went to Arizona and they lost by just 4 points. It was a tight game. Foles put up 411 yards in that game. But then in Week 9, we saw, Sanchez take over, and they won in Week 9 against the Texans. And, Sanchez ended up coming in that game when Foles went down. And then, hold on a second, I gotta pick a play before I get to delay a game. But yeah, in Week 10, they hosted the Panthers. They beat them up bad. It's a huge game. Almost didn't pass it to the right dude. Look at that Macklin, baby. Then week 11, they went to Green Bay and Lambeau Field, and the Packers put up 53 points. Sanchez actually had 346 passing yards in that game. But like I said, the Packers just put up massive points on the board. But you can't really, discredit the Eagles for that one. Those things happen. It's really how you bounce back after a game like that. And I mean, going on the road, too, especially into a hostile territory like Lambeau Field, that's a tough place to play. It's a tough place to win. And the Packers playing the way they are, there's no shame in losing to them in Lambeau Field, even though it was kind of a blowout. But now they're hosting the Titans, and they should get back in the win column. They're right there in first place in the East, keeping pace. The Cowboys started off really strong, but we'll see how this one plays out. And as we've seen, what was it, the last 3 years? Is it 3 or 4 years? It's come down to the final Sunday of the season. This year, though, they've got Dallas in Week 15. Well, they got them in Week 13 next week. They're going to Dallas, and then in Week 15, Dallas goes to Philadelphia. So those are going to be two huge games that are going to decide this division. Well, the East anyway. The Titans, on the other hand, they're not really at all looking to the playoffs. They're just looking to, build upon some, make some success towards next year. Ken Whisenhunt, it's his first year there in Tennessee. I expect him to have success in the future. It's just, it takes time to get your players in place in your system and build your team up. Can't necessarily expect him to do it in 1 year. It's not like as if he came into a ready-made team, He's got to build the Titans up. They do got some talent, and the future is promising for Tennessee. But right now, the Eagles, this is a year where they're looking to win their division over in the NFC East, as I was saying. But here we are in the second quarter. No team has scored yet. Of course, that's about to change here. Hopefully. Oh, there we go. Jordan Matthews touchdown. Mark Sanchez to Jordan Matthews. And Matthews has been having some big games lately. He had 107 yards in that loss to Green Bay. But the week before that, in the win against Carolina, Matthews had 138 yards. Receiving big game, like I said. And on the season, Jordan Matthews, 558 yards and 6 touchdowns. Over on the other side there, Jeremy Maclin has 921 yards and 9 touchdowns. So Maclin's having a huge year for the Eagles for sure. And Foles, he was having a really good year. He was throwing a lot of interceptions, though, was the one thing. Sanchez so far, 6 touchdowns, 4 interceptions since he's taken over, as Foles has been injured. As I'm sure you're all familiar. He's, they broke that collarbone, and he's out for the season. So it's all the fate and the hopes of Philadelphia are going to ride on Sanchez's shoulders, really on his arm. Of course, they do got a lot of talent, though, on that team. Like I said, Maclin, Matthews, also Ertz, Selleck, and that's not even to mention LaShawn Shady McCoy, who was the rushing champion last year. And don't forget don't forget Darren Sproles. Nick Foles, they rhyme. Anyway, don't forget Darren Sproles. He can score at any moment. He is really good, especially catching the ball out of the backfield, and also on the special teams. He returns some punts. Should go over those numbers in a little bit here. Actually, since I brought it up, look at this real quick. Returns, Darren Sproles has 2 punt returns for touchdowns this season. So he's always a threat to run one back. And he's got 257 yards rushing, 4 touchdowns, and then he's also got 280 yards receiving, but he hasn't caught a touchdown though. All his touchdowns have come on the ground. And McCoy, he has 729 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. So he's quietly getting those yards. Not as big a season as last year, but he's still, producing, and he's been coming on more lately. Like early in the season, they weren't really running the ball. He wasn't necessarily having the success on the ground. Yes, pick off, baby. Philadelphia.
Nice job of the defense inside.
Yeah, Sproul's averaging 6.8 on the ground. McCoy only averaging 3.7, so his average is like way down. He was averaging over 5 yards last year per carry. But here we're going to go over the numbers. He's pulling up the stats. That was a nice interception. That was me, baby. So I did that funky dive after. But alright, let's get to these numbers. Just got them blank up. I didn't have it up. For some reason I thought I had it up. Hey, did I even do the numbers for this game? I don't think I did. Alright, here we go.
First and 10. Looking to the right side.
McCoy. Shady, baby. Oh, if only I could have stayed in bounds. But it was a 7-yard pickup. That's not bad at all.
Good job by
Jeez,
the
I actually didn't
completing that pass against the zone defense.
know about that. I need to
Look
go
for the open
look up
space
the...
when you throw
I'll go
against
look it up
zones.
right here while we
That's
play.
what he
I'll
did.
look up
He got the
stats.
nice completion.
Usually I have them ready right in front of me, but somehow just doing all these games, I don't have it right here. But I'm going to get it right now. Here we go. Let's go to the passing. We're going to look up these passing stats right before your very eyes. So yeah, the Eagles are 4th in passing offense. So that's a lot of production. Chip Kelly, he's having lots of success here in the pros. His 2nd year as a head coach. He was the coach, of course, at Oregon. Before that at New Hampshire. But he had a lot of success in Oregon. He said the Eagles are 4th when it comes to passing yards per game. So Tennessee is 25th. So the Eagles definitely passing the ball very well.
Yeah, he was
the
a hot
defense
coach.
here
No
in a
doubt about it,
second.
Jim. A lot of people wanted
See,
him to
3rd
be
and 3.
the head coach for their
Well, on
franchise.
3rd and 3,
Chip
let's see if
Kelly,
we can get a
we'll see. He
running
might be
first
1 year
down.
late to the NFL.
We need
His system
3.
was
He averages
used by
3.7. Let's see if we can get that.
Now everybody's getting
On the
offseason, getting ready for the read and react by the quarterback. We'll see how it goes.
LaShawn McCoy, baby. Yes, first down.
Good job that time by the running back. Getting down
Titans are actually 9th when it comes to passing yards allowed per game, and the Eagles are 28th. So, as good as the Eagles are at passing the ball, they let up a lot of yards. They can't stop the pass. Of course, we'll see here in a little bit when we look at their points allowed, but that's the kind of thing too. The Eagles let up a lot of yards. They don't let up necessarily that many points. Their defense actually scores a lot of points. They get a lot of fantasy points, even though that doesn't really matter. It's funny when they lost to the Niners. They lost the game, but in fantasy they had the #1 defense. So what's that all about? Of course, that was because Darren Sproles, I believe he returned a punt in that game, and that's why, because that goes towards that in fantasy. But whatever, that's neither here nor there. What's here is the Eagles in the red zone about to score another touchdown. That's what's here. Oh, yes. Selleck, touchdown, Eagles. Mark Sanchez, his 2nd of the day. Selleck broke free. That was nice. The end, so I was saying Tennessee 9th and Philadelphia 28th. Still, I give the advantage, to Philadelphia in the passing game, just because of how good they are on offense. Let's see at the rushing for these teams. And the running statistics. It's coming up here.
The Eagles for the extra point.
Just looking at the Eagles are 14th in the NFL in rushing yards per game, and the Tennessee Titans are 26th. So, Eagles, though, they've been running the ball better as of late. They weren't really running it much early on in the season. But the Titans, they've been struggling to run the ball. So Tennessee, they don't really run the ball much, neither do the Eagles, actually. If you look at the numbers, 307 passes for the Titans, 221 rushes. And it's even crazier for the Eagles, 415 passes versus 287 rushes. So both these teams love to pass the ball. course, in the Titans' case, it's more a matter of necessity when they fall behind. But Philadelphia just likes to pass the ball no matter what. When it comes to the run, though, the Eagles are 19th in yards allowed on the ground, and the Titans are 31st. So, the Titans let up a lot of yards. So, again, advantage Philadelphia when it comes to the ground. So, in the air and on the ground, the Eagles had the advantage over the Titans. Of course, that's not a surprise, I'm sure, to any of you out there listening.
From the gun. He'll fire it out to the
Uh-oh.
left. And he
Man,
makes the
give him
catch.
enough time, he'll find the open man for sure.
Wasting
Look at that, they're rushing, they're trying to get something going before the end of the half. It's a nice first down. What am I doing? That was pretty ridiculous. Yeah, when it comes to points scored, though, the Eagles are 4th in the NFL in points scored. They average almost 30 points per game. Actually, what am I looking at? Hold on. Yeah, they're 4th. They average 29.9. You can't get any closer to 30 points. 29.9. But, yeah, Tennessee, for them, they're 30th. They're averaging half of that. They average only 16.8 points per game, so they're going to be in trouble if basically if they do what they average and they do what they average. Well, it's going to be Eagles. Of course, obviously that's what I'm picking. Oh, look at that sack! A huge sack for the defense, baby. Philadelphia. That's right. The Eagles. Here we go, Philadelphia. I'll just bring up the numbers for the defense.
In the slot here for this play.
Do that in a second here. See it. 2nd and 17.
Over to right.
Oh man. I want to get a pick there.
Not much the offense can do in a situation like this. 3rd and long.
All right, here we go. So when it comes to points allowed,
or throw it short and hope somebody can make the play and pick up
the Eagles are 20th, and Tennessee is 19th. They're almost tied. Tennessee lets up 25 points per game, and the Eagles let up 25.1 on average.
To get to the 42 for the first down.
Again, the Eagles had the advantage when it comes to scoring. So on paper, the Eagles got all the advantage here. They shouldn't have too much trouble. Of course, as we like to say, these games aren't played on paper, they're played on the football field. So, anything can happen. But I expect the Eagles to win this one. I expect them to win this one right away. You see already right here in this game, it's 14-0. I think the Eagles are going to win by double digits. But here we go, Sproles. Let's see if we can get something happening right here on this. Whoop! Oh man, made a little move, got a little bit going, but we still got 25 seconds and 2 timeouts. Maybe we can get this one aired out. We got the talent at receiver here. Let's empty the backfield. Actually, you know what? Let's not empty the backfield. Let's put Sproles right there. What's Sproles doing? Let's start the clock at. Alright. Here we go. Sproles right here. Let's see if we can get him a touchdown. He hasn't caught one yet on the season, but he does get catches. Yes, Sproles, baby. Oh, little dude, go, go. Oh! Not a touchdown, but a big reception there for Sproles. Look at that little Sproles go. Alright, so now we got a first down on the 35 right there. Knocking on the door. What we gotta do here? What to do? Alright, there we go. Yeah. Shady coming out the backfield. Look at that Riley Cooper. I didn't even talk about Riley.
After that completion, Mark Sanchez from the gun.
McCoy, baby. Oh, man. Did he? All right, cool. I was worried he dropped the ball there for a second. But he didn't. He caught the ball. We're calling timeout. We only got 1 timeout left, but I had to call timeout there because that way we still, with 11 seconds, we you never know how many plays you can get in.
At the 22-yard line.
Obviously gonna go for the end zone right here. Going to Riley Cooper. That's who I'm looking to get this ball to.
Sanchez is going to take it from the gun. He's looking to the right.
Oh no! Oh, I'm glad he dropped it because I wanted that one to go into the end zone. All right, 6 seconds left. It's like, should we go for the freaking touchdown or should we go for the field goal? We'll see if we can go for the end zone, and then
Heading to the line
if we have any time left, we'll go for the field goal. Who knows what's going to happen here? We're going to Jordan Matthews, it looks like. Yes, Jordan Matthews, touchdown. Oh, he dropped it. Oh, man. I thought he had that one. That would have been his second touchdown of the game. Yeah, okay, a replay. Look at how he fucked up. I guess good defense there. So, let's go over here to the field goal. This will put us up by 17 if this is good. Should be good. I'll see why I wouldn't. It's up. And it's good. And it's now 17-0. Eagles over the Titans going in at halftime. So yeah, this is pretty much what. Oh, look, Aaron Rodgers. We got an early Aaron Rodgers sighting. You saw him right there. He's a referee. It's crazy. Every single game, Aaron Rodgers shows up. He's like, he can't get away from the field. Aaron Rodgers just pulling like friggin' double, triple duty. Guy's nuts. How about that? You got to keep your eyes open. You never know when Aaron Rodgers is going to show up. You never know. Oh, look at Sproles go. Yes! Here it is, Darren Sproles opening the second half with a kick return for the touchdown. Woo! Darren Sproles. Yes. He hasn't done that this year. He's returned 2 punts. But right here we go. Darren Sproles opening up the second half with the kick return for the touchdown. Darren Sproles. And I'm actually kind of thinking that he might get a special teams touchdown on Sunday. Will it be a kick? Will it be a punt? Who knows? Right here it was a kick. You see it right there. He's running it. That was a close one. He's so small and so fast, and that's what enables him to have success on special teams in the returns. So he just squeeze in the spots, in and out of spots, make his cuts. He's so quick. He's hard to tackle something that's so small and so fast. There he is, Darren Sproles, and actually Drew Brees is missing Darren Sproles, and he's made it publicly known that he misses Sproles. For those of you who keep up on all the ins and outs of things. Okay, here we go. They're like, oh, we can return one too. No, you can't. You ain't gonna return one on me. Chip Kelly's happy about that. And that's the thing about the Eagles. The Eagles are very opportunistic. They really, the way they're coached is that on any play that they can score. And you can really see that, the way they play. Because they score in so many different ways. Their defense scores, their special team scores, even their kick returns, punt returns, they've scored every single way that you could possibly score, except the only way they haven't scored is by returning a field goal for a touchdown, like by blocking the field goal, or like I think they might have blocked it, but like winning a field goal, like if they miss it and the guy catches it because it was short and then runs it back, that's the only thing they haven't done this season to get into the end zone. As they said, they blocked punts. They're just crazy. That's why they get so many points on fantasy with their defense, because their special teams and their defense gets into the end zone. Because really, like I said, they're coached to basically that every single play is a possible touchdown, and really every play is possibly a touchdown, and that's what they're always looking end zone. Every play, every time they get the ball in their hands, they're trying to get a touchdown. Look at that sack, baby. Cole, Philadelphia, that's already, was that 3 or 4 sacks already in this game? Here we go, Trent Cole. Boom, sacking the quarterback. Look at that, he was holding me too. And still we got the sack. Philadelphia dominating. I mean, not like as if it's really a surprise, you know. No offense, Titans, but it's just how it is. You know, it's just how it is. That's how it goes. That's just how it goes. Man, talk about great blocking there, and now you get the first down. Look at the Titans. They don't want to get shut out. Yes, that was highlight worthy, but still. You gotta get this game moving. Yeah, get this game over. We got lots of games left to play upon further review. Got every single game to do. Well, I mean, we've done some already. We got more to keep going to get all of it done. That's how we do.
That's a terrible read by the running back. It's a short game, but it's all his fault. He picked the wrong hole. He should have cut it back. He didn't.
And that's not in any way an endorsement. That's just what I'm drinking. Just an accurate description. That's all that is.
Was good for only a yard, so
here we go. They're in the shotgun. They just want to keep passing. We're just going to keep blitzing. They picked up some positive yards, but here we go. 3rd and 2. This is a big third down. It's a big third down. We need to stop them here. We're only up by 24 points. Let's see what happens.
Offense lines up here.
Alright, here we go. Uh-oh. No one's over there. What a good play call. And Bishop Sankey running all the way down into the freaking red zone. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 3. Bishop Sankey. That's actually highlight worthy. Man, how did I not have anybody covering? You know, what was it? They called me in the nickel. What the hell was I doing in the nickel on 3rd and 2? Why was I in the nickel? Actually, you know what? Timeout. I don't like my defense. No, I like my defense. I don't like the defense I called for that situation. You gotta get in a goal line stance here. Man. Yeah, it's okay if they score, I guess. They would like to shut them out.
That may be a very useful timeout. Now they're ready to go.
Alright, let's see if we can get him here.
Play number 6 coming up on this drive. So, 1st and goal to go. Play fake here. Looking for an open receiver.
Oh, wide open touchdown. Nope, incomplete, out of bounds. Alright.
You look for one of your star players. Your quarterback, wide receiver, or running back.
What are they going to do here? What will they do here?
This will be the 8th play of this drive.
Kendricks is the mic.
2nd and goal from the 3.
Oh, Bishop with the touchdown.
It is a touchdown.
Metzenberger's happy. Bishop Sankey, the rookie, with the touchdown. And the Titans are finally on the scoreboard. Chip Kelly's not too happy about that. Hey, they're going for tilt. That's actually smart because if they can get that way, they could do it in 3. Woo! Stop them. See, if they would have got the 2 points there, another touchdown with 2 points, another touchdown with 2 points, that would tie the game. I wonder if they're going to go for an onside kick here. Nope. So it looks like it's 24-6 with the 3rd quarter about to close. Let's take this one out of the end zone. Oh no, he wrapped me up. He got me there. Oof. That's not good. We're starting off on the 14. Oh, look at Aaron Rodgers. Now he's joined the Titans. He's giving them offensive plays, defensive plays. Who knows? What's he doing? That's crazy. Here we go. We just want to run the clock out at this point. Just get this game over. We already got a 18-point lead right now. Just hand it off to Shady. See if we can pick up some first downs. Whoop. Did he get it? 2nd and inches. And that'll bring the 3rd quarter to a close. Right there. I don't even need to pick a play, really. Let's let the clock wind down. That's the 3rd. The Eagles in control, just been dominating in Philly at the Lincoln Financial.
15 minutes to go. Back after this word from your local station. The Eagles
Philadelphia.
are still in possession as we get this final quarter underway.
All right, here we go. Just keep running the ball, really. Well, I should have done some play action right here, actually. But it's alright. Let's just get the first down. Oh, man, look at all this open space. Oh, he tripped me up. Man, is he fast. Look at that, McCoy. Tearing it up. Already 45 yards off 4 carries. It's ridiculous. Averaging over 11 yards per carry. 11.5 yards per carry for McCoy. Just keep giving him the rock. Just keep running the ball. This will actually bring it down to the 2-minute warning here. Just let the time run down a little bit. Get the ball. Pick up the blockers. Ooh. Well, we got some positive yards anyway. 4 yards right there. They said that'll bring it down to the 2-minute warning. Eagles in control of this game. Really don't even need to pick a play here, but I might as well just look and see who we want to pick for the next play. Yeah, probably something like that. Why am I hearing music? I don't want to hear it. No, I like it, but you gotta be careful. You gotta be like really careful. Alright, here we go. Just keep pounding the rock, running the ball. Shady. Shady McCoy. What? First down and then some. Oh. Try to get that spin move, but you get the first down. That's all that matters. The clock keeps moving. Did they call a timeout or something? Nope, the clock's moving. Alright. As long as that clock keeps ticking, this game's about to be over. This one's just about done. And it looks like the Eagles have won. That's what I think is going to happen on Sunday. I think the Eagles are going to beat the Titans, especially at home in Philadelphia. How could you possibly pick against the Eagles at home? There we go. McCoy. That's the thing too. He hasn't had a lot of carries this year, which is actually a good thing because when you think about that, he's gonna have fresh legs come playoff time. And even right here down the stretch, now when the weather gets colder, that's when you really want to, have your running back running the ball. That's when you want to have it in the trenches because as the temperatures drop, it becomes tougher to pass the ball, and that's when the teams with the strong defenses and the running games take over. So, we'll see how that all plays out. Do we get it? Yes, first down. That really does it right there. I don't even know if we're going to have to pick another play. Right there, oof, a little bit of a vicious hit, but that should do it. They're almost synced up, the game clock and the time clock. I'm not even going to pick a play. I think, though, we don't even have to pick a play. Even though, well, where are we? I guess we could kick a field goal.
This will be a 41-yard field goal try.
It's going to be a 41-yarder into the wind. See if he makes this here. As time expires. And it's up. And it's good. And the final score 27-6. Eagles over the Titans. And that's how that one shaped up. Let me know in the comments below. Do you think the Eagles will win? Do you think the Titans are going to win? And let me know what you think of the show. Do you enjoy the new format with the Madden gameplay along with the Upon Further review? And right here we're going to have our player of the game, Nate Allen. That interception. He's the player of the game. And we're going to get our highlight here in a moment. There's Chip Kelly. He's happy. He's like, yeah, we won. Another victory. And here we go, Sanchez dropping back. Boom, right there to Selleck. Selleck was wide open on that one. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you want more content such as this, go ahead and subscribe. And again, thank you very much for watching. It is greatly appreciated. Hope you're having a good day and have a great weekend and enjoy all of the sports.